human brain was miraculously intact.
It's the loneliest feeling not to know who you are.
In time, you'll remember.
Well, in the world of the 26th century, the world of Alita, Battle Angel, it's 300 years after a huge war has devastated the planet, and there's been a plague weapon that's been used, and only a tiny, tiny percentage of humanity survived, and all the survivors streamed to the one remaining sky city that existed. The apex of civilization was represented by these sky cities. So people streamed from all over the world. Somehow they managed to get there, and they formed a giant refugee camp in the shadow of this sky city that floats, you know, a mile or so above them in the sky. And they could never get there because they had severed the connection to the ground, from Zalem to the ground. As a result of the plague, they had isolated themselves. So even though everybody gathered there was no relief from it other than they had each other. So they created a city basically out of nothing, and now we're 300 years later, and it's a thriving place. It's got a lot of energy, but it's a very dangerous place.
This body, I feel a connection to it. I can't explain. You know more about me than you're saying.
Alita, some things are better left forgotten.
I like Alita because she's absolutely fearless. And it's actually interesting writing a character that has no fear. She has no fear. If she you know, her motto, her kind of life motto is, I will not stand by in the presence of evil. She can't not do something. When she's confronted with an injustice, she will do something. It's just who she is. And she's absolutely unafraid. It doesn't matter how big the opponent is or how powerful or how menacing, she just goes right at it. Now, that's a hard character to write because you have to find the vulnerability. Well, her vulnerability is all about the people that she loves. She will never fear for herself, but she will fear for them. And then, and only then, is she afraid, or is she stressed by something that might happen.
Alita, run!
Oh my God. She's just a wonderful character. You know, I think that she represents, I think, a certain kind of female empowerment that we need in films. You know, it's an empowerment of her internal psychological and spiritual character, not just her physical strength. And yes, she's remarkably strong for her size. She's also a character that people underestimate. They always underestimate her. She even underestimates herself. You know, one of the things she says at some point early in the film is, I'm just an insignificant girl. They threw me away with the rest of the garbage, because she's literally found, literally physically found in a garbage heap. But it's very easy to underestimate a little pipsqueak.
Alita is new here. She's still learning about things.
It's a harsh world down here.
Let me show you something.
It's pretty hard to quantify how big the reaction was that Robert and I both had to Rosa. I mean, she just came in the normal sort of process of casting, and she just started to emerge out in front of everybody else as an actor who put such heart, such emotion, and such vitality into every moment. You know, when you see 10 actors all read the same scene, you look at them back to back, and then you see one who makes not just every line count, but every moment between the lines count, and is shifting and has these complex reactions and is surprised and is earnest and heartfelt. I mean, I've never seen anything like it out of a young actor her age, and I think she's just phenomenal.
She's the last of her kind. She contains technologies that have been lost for 300 years. She's threatening the natural order of things.
Alita, they will come for you.
I'll have to face them head on. I'm gonna need you to stand way back.
Tonight is not a game. It is a hunt.
I need you to destroy her.
You just made the biggest mistake of your life.
I'm with her.